Hello and welcome everybody. In this video we will show you 17 tips to be more productive. Productivity should be a major focal point for virtually every leader because your team's output has a direct impact on revenue and cost. Productivity is how much output your team can generate within the resource you have available. The more you can produce with the resource available, the greater the value your team generates. Keep watching the whole video and don't skip any important part of it. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news. 1. Set an intention of what you want to accomplish. An intention is akin to a purpose. Having a purpose for your work day will keep you inspired and motivated to stay on task. It will help you stay committed to your project instead of veering off course. Be explicit on what your intentions are. For example, there may be one specific client or document that needs immediate attention. Whatever it is, set an intention at the start of your day that you will finish one specific thing. Often, projects have many steps that needs to occur before it's complete, which can be overwhelming to think about. However, it is certainly feasible to finish at least 1 or 2 steps in a day. Set out to do specific tasks daily, and you can ensure that your project gets done in a timely manner. 2. Make decisions quickly. Most of the day-to-day decisions that we make work out well enough so long as we make a decision. It's far better to pick a set of lamps for your living room and face the possibility that you will dislike them enough to return them than to sit in the dark while you visit every local lighting store and website. Consider how important any decision really is and impose a time limit on yourself accordingly. 3. Set small goals for the tasks. With every new project or assignment, the scope may seem too large, but once you start breaking it down and realizing what can be accomplished, you will notice how each part builds up upon the others. One of the easiest and most practical things you can do is to break down your marketing project or deliverable into smaller goals. What are the pieces and assets needed? Who do you need to talk to first? Break up these pieces before even setting timelines, and then estimate how long they will take you to accomplish. Understanding the scope of what's being asked, putting the steps in place, and then estimating the time needed will help you get a grasp of what's being asked. Sometimes what seems like a big project won't take much time at all, or vice versa. 4. Create an artificial deadline. Some items on our to-do list don't have a finish by date and thus never get done. Impose a deadline on yourself and plan to meet it. Consider creating a reward for meeting the deadline or a penalty for being late. 5. Make a to-do list with 5 to 10 tasks for today. Before you start working, you need to go through your task list and decide what you will work today. Don't overwhelm yourself. To-do lists often fail because we make them way too complex or the tasks are unequal. Some tasks will take a long time, others won't take any time at all. This creates an imbalance in the way we distribute our time. What happens then is that our to-do list then becomes a procrastination tool. Yes, that's right, because then we do the easy stuff and then become really distracted on the hard stuff. Don't make your to-do list more than 5 to 10 tasks. The bigger list will make you ignore it. Group tasks based on context. Different tasks will be in different places and will need different tools. For better organization of yourself, it is good to group your tasks in different contexts. That means you can group your tasks as the tasks you need to do in your office, the tasks that you need to do on the computer, or the tasks that you need to do outside your office. 6. Group tasks based on context. 7. Prioritize your list. Before you start working on your tasks, the good practice is to prioritize them. Because you have a little list, group it on the context, you can easily create priorities for each of the tasks that you have on your to-do list. 8. Make your working environment aspirational. You will frustrate yourself and waste time if your space isn't working for you. Don't be late for work because you had to score the house for your car's keys, or be tardy for a client meeting because their file is buried somewhere on your desk. Try to find what inspires you and arrange your working environment to have those inspirational drivers who will inspire you to work on things you must do. Create an organizational system that works for you so that you can quickly access the things you need. 9. Get off Facebook. If Facebook is a tool you use to connect and market your business, then you need to allocate specific time slots to conduct business, otherwise you could get caught up in reading posts, commenting, liking, etc. and waste a better part of your day away. Allocate time slots when you are not at your highest peak potential. Energy is a precious commodity and your peak energy should be directed towards your most important task. Later, when you have tackled your most important to-dos and your energy dips, that would be the ideal time to get on Facebook or any social media forum. If for strategic reasons you need to post at certain times, you can always look into scheduling posts with social media tools such as Buffer. Make a commitment to allocate the most energetic time of your day to your work. Facebook can wait. 10. Turn your phone off. Whether it is a cell phone or a landline, turn off the ringer. You might not be able to get away with this all day, however, you can do this for at least an hour, and often that is all you need to get a lot of work done. Phone calls, text messages, and notifications are annoying distractions, and it can take up to 20 minutes to get you back on track. 11. Live an 80-20 lifestyle. Have you ever noticed that a small percentage of your work yields the majority of your profits? In business, this is called the 80-20 rule. You can almost always expect 80% of the effects to come from 20% of the causes. Let's say, for example, you are trying to fix errors in a computer program. It's not worth your time to tackle every single bug that people encounter. That would take way too long, so instead, you aim for the top 20% because that will get rid of 80% of the problems. So if you want to increase your productivity, try to incorporate the 80-20 rule into your lifestyle. 12. Just start. Dive in. If you can't commit to completing a difficult or annoying task, identifying the first step, however tiny, and do that. You will have accomplished something and you may find that you gain the momentum to keep going. 13. Create time blocks. A time block is a specific set of time that is set aside for a specific project. The human mind is not meant for work for 8 hours straight. That's when busy work takes over and meaningful work hits the curb. Our brain works best in 60 to 90 minutes intervals of focused work. Afterwards, go outside and walk around the block, stretch for a bit, or go to the lunchroom and enjoy a drink. Getting away from your desk helps clear your mind and give you a newfound spurt of energy to enter your next time block of dedicated focused work effort. 14. Find your peak hours. Everyone has a specific window during the day when they are the most productive. For some, that's the first thing in the morning. You wake up feeling energetic and ready to jump into your work. For others, productivity feels more natural in the afternoon. Or maybe you like the burst of creativity that comes from working at night. Whether you are an early bird or a night owl, you should reserve your hardest goals for your most productive hours. 15. Before you finish the first task, don't start second. I know that sometimes we think that we can do 2 different things simultaneously. However, multitasking can have a negative impact on our productivity. When you start working on one item from your to-do list, don't start other without finishing that item. 16. The productivity countdown. Imagine you walk up to your desk and you find a stack of 50 documents waiting for you to read. Or maybe you open your email and find dozens of messages, each one more urgent than the last. When you are staring down a mountain of work, what's the best way for you to boost your productivity? Try using a productivity countdown. Just start with your max workload. 17. Say no. A giant hindrance to productivity is people wanting you to do things for them. I understand that it's great to help people out on occasion, but when helping others becomes such a drain on you that you aren't able to accomplish your own task, it might be time to say no.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news.
If you learned something new today, then give the video a like and tell us in comments which step you like it more. And here's some others great videos I think you will enjoy. Just click on the left or on the right.